A series based on nostalgia relies too much on nostalgia and the past? Are you kidding me? I am Mecca. Please smash the like button. Like it is a nostalgia bait clickbait IGN article. No wonder all these journalist companies are going under and laying off so many people. They rely on garbage like this. They have to yell. This is based on the past. It is nostalgia, and that's why people want to see it. Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Rob off camera, and I remember the 90s.
I do too. These kids in the show are about, what, a year younger than me, give or take?
It was a good time. It was a good time.
Yeah, about a year younger than I would have been. I mean, I think for me, a lot of it is because I was a teenager, so I didn't have to worry about a lot of this garbage. But, you're a teenager, you have your other garbage. And that's what it focuses on, a lot of this, is what teenagers in my generation, what we did in the 90s. And they have a problem with that.
Well, it's not a problem, but they're looking for a problem.
They're looking for anything to yell at and complain about because that's what gets attention. I mean, look how much drama and controversy is around Velma right now.
Well, that 90s show, that 90s show is fairly benign. It's not controversial.
It's harmless.
It's harmless. Everybody likes each other. Nobody's a hateful, spiteful,
I think it treats the characters with the same level of respect as it did in the original series.
Yeah.
Red still calls his kids a dumb. Well, he still thinks of Eric that way.
Well, that's his default setting.
Yeah, but deep down he loves them all, and there's a reason why they let the granddaughter stay with him for the summer.
Yeah, she loves. I mean, they genuinely love the granddaughter, and that comes across. Red's kind of a crotchety older guy, but that's his character.
So that's one of the things I like about this. And in a day and age where everything is people killing each other, kids getting injections that puts them to sleep permanently, when it's all dark, gloomy, oh, he's building the Death Star against his will, and he's never going to get out unless he escapes. When everything's just...
Everybody has a deep, dark secret. Not everybody has a deep, dark secret.
Everybody's arguing with each other. Everybody's unpleasant. Everybody's miserable. You go outside, and sometimes you just want people to be nice to each other. Sometimes you just want to fake it. Sometimes you just want people to be happy. That's what I like about this. Even though there is like the little conflicts, it's really no deeper than, oh, should I kiss him? Should I not kiss him? And it's kind of...
It's refreshing. It's these smaller problems.
Yeah, small scale problems that we can actually relate to without the distraction. It's like what Ms. Marvel should have been, right? Because these teenagers I don't dislike. I can relate to all of them. I knew kids just like this in high school. Maybe it's because it's a nostalgia thing. Maybe because I'm old and crotchety that I don't understand modern day teenagers, and I won't understand Ms. Marvel versus my generation. But
all the biggest difference between modern teenagers and these kids here is social media.
Yeah, social media, and they complain about everything and want to be oppressed.
Oh my God, I can't believe I have to go to my room.
Oh my God, I can't believe I have to go and save Mad Mart again. It's all that. Every single show is just unpleasant bickering. Except for this. Willow's unpleasant bickering even. And that's a lighter hearted version of all this. But that's still modern millennial teenagers yelling.
Well, these...
How do these teenagers get it right? I don't know. Maybe because they have the right posters on the wall.
Maybe. I'm going to go out on just a slight limb here. Their minds are uncluttered by the whole social media likes and everything and antagonizing everybody online.
That's all about clapping back and one-upping, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all about, well, your side says this, or, well, clearly you, and it's all about the comebacks and the clapbacks and the one-ups and the smackdowns. And this is just about, smoking something fun
a little bit
in
of
summer in Wisconsin. Yeah. Finding the stash. It's classic sitcom stuff.
Yeah.
Oh no, Kitty's getting rid of the stash that we accidentally stashed in the dog thing because they don't have dogs anymore. And now we've got to dig through a million boxes that look the same, and now we got to hide it in Red's pocket. And oh no, we can't get it because Red wants his jacket back. It's sitcom stupid, and sometimes you need that.
You need sitcoms. And you know what? Like I said, All these characters have one thing in common.
Diversity.
No.
What?
They all like each other.
You mean they're not trying to say, yeah, but you're just a white man and you just clearly, because let's take a look at this. I do want to talk about a little bit about the diversity and whatever.
Okay,
in this.
You have an Asian girl.
It is no more diverse than the 90s were. You've got a gay Asian kid whose one episode is coming out. What makes that woke in today's day and age where it wasn't in My So-Called Life when it was Brown Dr. Ricky?
Yeah, I mean...
coming out or being gay. I mean, we dealt with this stuff in the 90s. And if people think that, like, this is woke, and... that just means the SJW types and the crazy people online won, because they erased all the stuff that we actually went through in the 90s. We've been saying we've already went through this before. This diverse push, this multiculturalism push, all of these things, we've gone through these before in the 90s. We've showcased characters that were mixed race. We've showcased all of this stuff then. And this is really a time capsule into that period, which I love. And
when the kid came out to Kitty,
yeah,
what was her reaction?
She hugged him.
Oh, it's no big deal.
Yeah, just that Canadians will break your heart.
she had a bigger problem with him having a Canadian boyfriend. I mean, jeez.
Which is how the parents would have been. Didn't they have a whole plot point where they were telling Eric, oh, it's okay if you are gay? Didn't they have a whole plot point to that?
I think they did.
So, because they just assumed he was, because he was so...
The show was on for so long.
I don't remember anymore. Tell me if they did or not.
Yeah.
So, this cast is about as diverse, maybe less so than the kids I even knew in high school.
Yeah.
Because the kids who were constantly making out with each other, in my version of those kids, one of them was Native American, Mexican, and his girlfriend was
the race,
ethnically ambiguous.
The
that was my reality.
Yeah, the racial diversity component is secondary. Like I said, everybody likes each other. They're all kids. They're all hanging out.
Yeah.
And it's summer before school starts. And that's actually going to be another plot point. But we're not going to spoil that here.
Well, we haven't gotten that far.
We haven't gotten that far, but I mean, but like I said, that's the natural progression. They're spending the summer together. They're all going to have to go back to school, and it's going to be the impetus for a second season. They're all coming back together. Hey, haven't seen you since when. Like I said, but there is something to be said for people that actually get along and like each other, and they all kind of share that bond with them.
It's a refreshing bit of entertainment to go to as somebody who's been watching so many of the bad, like the Doctor Who's, where everything is just world bending or mind bending or world erasing or whatever they are. Same thing with every superhero show. They're always fighting something that's going to tear apart the fabric of reality. Mm-hmm. They're fighting something that's going to destroy the universe as we know it. I don't care. That's too big of stakes. I can't focus on that.
What was the big stakes in episode 1? How do we get the beer out of the keg?
Yeah, how do we get the beer out of the keg? We got a free keg. How do we get the tap for it?
How do we get the tap for it? Who's gonna buy? You'll do it. Oh, jeez. Yeah. And then they get the beer out, and then they have a great 4th of July.
You know what's nice about this? There's this plot point. So this continues. A lot of these kids are the kids from the original series. One of them is a Kelso. Mm-hmm. And you've got Leia Foreman, who's basically in love with a Kelso boy now. And you know how Red feels about the Kelsos.
Yeah.
So this is one of the things that I really am liking about this. Red and Kitty actually admitted that they judged the Kelso boy based on his family and not his actions. Uh-huh. Even though kids are dumb, I think they understand that kids are dumb to this level. They're not Discovery dumb, where they're like, oh my God, I'm crying because I have to fly the plane and that's my job that I've trained for in the military as a grown adult. It's a totally different level of, problem solving, I guess, is the best way to put it.
The dilemmas are a lot simpler.
They're normal dilemmas. They're not like these things that I just want to shake the writers for. Like, what were you thinking? Discovery, I just want to shake these people. What were you thinking? So many of these shows.
Everybody falls apart.
Everybody falls apart at the drop of their hat. They can't do anything without having a freaking meltdown.
Mm-hmm. They're paralyzed by
fear and everything. And in this show, they're just normal. I mean, Leia has her anxiety and she's quirky and dorky and she overcomes it. Red and Kitty kind of understand that, hey, maybe we've judged this kid too harshly. There's character development in a wholesome family sitcom sort of way. You know, not everything is a world-altering event. Not everything is people dying constantly. Because sometimes you don't want to see people dying all the time. Sometimes you don't want to see the end of the world. Sometimes you don't want to see kids getting injections that knocks them out permanently, indefinitely. Probably like The Last of Us.
I think that's you know, I think that's actually one of the big components of Cobra Kai. Yeah, you have all the martial arts stuff, but you know, it's all about.
It's still pretty wholesome.
It's still pretty wholesome. It's about family. It's about Danny and his family. It's about Johnny and his trying to build a family of his own. I mean,
Danny.
Danny LaRusso.
Danny. Nobody calls him Dan. That's just funny. You call him Danny. I'm like, most people call him Daniel. That's so funny.
Daniel-san.
Because I was picturing Danny from Grease for about a minute. What if it was John Travolta?
All right, this is getting left.
I know, we're going to a tangent.
Daniel-san trying to get along without his surrogate father figure, Mr. Miyagi, how he copes without having that presence in his life.
And then they get rounded up and forced to work on the Death Star indefinitely.
Yeah.
And tell people die because the floor is electrocuted. It's just their drags. All these shows, all these sci-fi shows lately are just kind of a drag.
You know, I just realized something. You know, they all have no shoes because the floors are electrified. They must go through a lot of broken toes on that show.
Probably.
Just dropping equipment. Damn it, not again. Son of a... That's gonna take a week to heal.
Oh Lord, Andor was terrible. Willow's terrible. Willow's all complaining millennial teenager. Like Willow's teenagers
God, I have to go save you. Why can't you just save yourself?
Why can't you save me? Who's gonna save me? Like, oh my God.
Oh, you're a magician. You're
a wizard.
You're just a Lord Danan. What the? I can't believe you. Oh, Effie's nice. Why do I?
She's not Effie's this and this. She's
away, little girl.
But I'm a knight, I am. I will be a knight, I am.
Go away, little girl.
I'm 16 years old, I am. I weigh 102 pounds, I am.
Go away, little girl.
I will be a knight, I am.
Not convincing.
Kids are believable as dumb high school kids who hang around the mall. I don't believe them in anything else.
Yeah.
I am Mecca. Watch the show. It's like a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's all it needs to be.
That's all it needs to be.
It doesn't need to be life-changing.
That's all it really needs to be.
It doesn't need to be the worst thing ever to get controversy like Velma. Like Velma.
Velma.
Velma leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
Velma. Ugh.
I am Mecca. Please subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to Black Shaggy.
That's right.
And smash the like button like
you want to see the good version of Velma? You watch Black Shaggy. That's right.
Watch Black Shaggy. Don't watch Velma. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.
Stuart wets his bed. Da-na.